Saturday, Rosehill, Golden Rose Day, top-up show time. G'day, Glenn. G'day, Gord.
G'day, Mark. G'day, Gordo. Everyone's
Morning,
sweet.
guys.
Yeah,
Lovely morning here at Coogee.
Cool.
Cool.
Got pretty cold last night. Scratchings, well, a couple of painful scratchings.
I think fairly light though, Mark.
Yeah, Lion's Roar and Marbusha seemed surprise scratchings. So we've got to negotiate this card. You'll be getting up there, Glenn. We kick off with a highway. Not a lot of activity. Temple 1 firmer on the fixed odds. Sitting there with 1,200 matched at the moment. A horse of interest. But yet again, it'll be one of those highways where there'll be a few opinions floating around. It's a fertile place for different opinions, and the winner is generally one of the firmers, isn't it?
Yeah, but it does look like at the moment like as open as the heads, doesn't it? Wow.
Yeah. Gord, you suggested number 8 as well as number 2 last night. I don't presume anything's changed there.
No, still there. Probably going to save on number 3. But happy to back those 3 in the race in, small bets, not getting too carried away.
Yeah. I hope I miss race 1 because I just feel like I'm going to have 743 bets. I could imagine backing Scalia at that price range, maybe 2 because Gord's got me. I'll definitely back 3 at that price range.
Yeah.
7, I could have something. I mean, it just goes on and on.
It does. Let's look at race 2, which is everyone's least favourite race on the day, and Attorney, who hasn't seen 2,400 in Australia, coming off a couple of, I suppose, interesting runs back. Exemplar, there's a bit of activity there. It's obviously the shipper that's the likely leader, and it's well and truly in focus there at low $3. What can you say, really?
Fucking how boring.
Move right along.
Why can't we get 2 horses just to jump out of the barriers the other way and race them around the other way? Unless it be like a velodrome on the side.
That is a particularly pedestrian race, isn't it?
So fucking boring.
All right.
And like how much prize money? 125,000. Wow.
Yeah. Right. Interesting betting race here. This 1900, where She's Ideal is ready to rock and roll. I must say that when I looked further at the race, that the 2 horses that would actually get well forward here, On Taunt and Fun Fact, interested me. Fun Fact looks to have a priming, obviously a stablemate of She's Ideal, but looks to be well and truly primed off that 7-day backup off that run last week. And On Taunt gets out to a race and a distance that he can do something at.
If you follow the Baker profile, if you think the horse is completely gone, it's had enough, then you've definitely got to back Fun Fact. Right. And the profile works, I'm telling you, it's unbelievable.
She's Ideal's going to posse close enough to those 2 going forward, and I think he'll have a little bit too much dash late.
But again, another race where I could entertain half a dozen different bets, Cord.
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm only backing 1 horse, which is She's Ideal, but I can totally understand guys playing a lot of numbers in that race.
I can entertain Fun Fact, Massaf.
Costello going back in this race. That's an early tax exchange. It'll be another very, very good betting heat. And
it's a gala.
It's a gala, for sure. Race 4.
4. Don't get me excited.
All right. So this horse is the 6,000 matched, and it is the price it is. And when I went back and did the race more thoroughly, I ended up with about $5.
So we said the same thing a couple of weeks ago about Mwanga a little bit, didn't we?
No,
we were wrong.
No,
different style of horse. No, this is all about, okay, it's going to box seat, be given every chance. That's lovely. But, it's as won its last 2 runs. It's won an hour and 2 races at Goulburn. It's running into some proper 3-year-olds relative to what
I've already the only thing I've done so early is I've laid 2.10.
Yeah, well, there must be a strong school of thought against this favourite.
There must be a strong school of thought for the favourite, though, Mark. It's fucking even money.
I know. What do you got to say about that, Gord?
Well, the fact that the second favourite was scratched, Lions Roar was second favourite, wasn't it? I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And automatically what people do is put all that percentage in the favourite. That's why this horse is so short at the moment.
All right, so the bookies do that, but you're saying punters do that as well?
Well, I mean, there's got to be some effect. We're not, it's only early fair. Let's wait and see. It's only small figures up there.
Yeah, but obviously, the bookies are hoping to retail these horses that, as you mentioned, they shove all the percentage of the scratching into the favourite. They're just hoping to retail that favourite shorter and shorter. And
I think it's a fantastic opportunity, and that's what shows you like a guy who's like sharp as far as betting moves is concerned in GP. What a great idea. Percentage goes into the favourite. We already thought it was a little bit too short, and he pounces on it like a goddamn tiger.
There you go. Well, look,
like a scruffy magpie with more decent.
By the way, everybody out there, we've got to have a fill up today. We did turn 55,000 into 100,000 for our clients on Thursday, so there's a little bit of pressure for us to perform today.
Yeah, probably lose our own today.
Yeah, but you also pick your mark, Gord. There are some days where that is achievable. There are other days where you just go, I'll present a straight bat to this meeting, and I wouldn't say it's a meeting to bar up about.
This meeting.
Well, I understand the last three races all looking cut and dried.
And they've got to be decent sized bets in those last three races, but we've really got to establish track pattern because this, wind can have a massive effect on meetings, and let's wait and see how that pans out on the day.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Race 5 is the 1100 and Wild Ruler. There's a bit of action here. I went looking for him. But is he a bit too well found, Wild Ruler?
I think if you absolutely loved him, you'd put 7-2 next to him.
Yeah. Look, there's 2,800 wanted there at 385. So
one thing's different.
But my thought process is you have to have it very short because I think, the others are all somewhat linked as far as their current racing form is concerned. So I totally understand people saying of the race brigade or the horses that have had runs this preparation, the one that's running the best at the moment is Forbidden Love. Never a bet for me. I don't have an opinion of the horse, but I understand their rationale. And the other one who could be the best horse, lightly racing, who was trialled sensationally is Wild Ruler. Wouldn't be surprised if some guys bracketed this race on that rationale. For me, just backing Wild Ruler, but.
Okay, so last time I saw Wild Ruler, he was at Kensington, fresh up there in 1,000 and blew like a gale with Karen on board. Previous to that, we saw he and Incountable fight out a 1,000-metre race at Randwick. Incountable's 33-1 here. I think it's interesting, the spruik now that's on Wild Ruler. As I say, I went looking for him. I think he's got a great chance, but
what did you put next to him? $6?
What did I put next to him? I can't even see. Yeah. Goldies will know what I'm talking about there. Look,
I can count my market down here in my head straight away. I'd be 5 7s, 14s, 14s, 25s, 25s, 50s, 10s, 25s, 7-2, 25s.
Tell you what, you're backing a lot of horses, backing a lot of longies there, mate.
Story of my life.
Yeah. So look, I've got this 6-1, $7. I've got Forbidden Love $5, and obviously there's lots of bits and pieces there that are hard to line up, and it should be a good betting heat as well.
Maybe it's not one of the quaddy leagues. I'm disappointed with the quaddies being the 3 phase in the last, especially with the 100,000 jackpot.
I know you thought that when Winks retired, things would be returned.
Yeah, I thought I'd get 25s into 25s into 25s, and they go, "Sorry, Mr. Pollard, we can't calculate the dividend. It's that fat." It's never like that.
Just a final point on that race 5 is that Six Gun is trying to get further forward. He's actually raced at the tail in his 3 starts to date, so that's an interesting. It does come out of a good-looking race at Warwick Farm, albeit midweek, but a hot form race. Okay, so the Shannon. And what have we got here? I Am Superman. What's this? A Snowden Day, is it? They actually want to take that price 4,000 matched, and someone wants nearly 3,000 on it at a shade under $4 there. You know, I was pouring a bit of scorn on it in the previous show last night. I've perhaps don't hate it as much now, but still, it seemed like a horse you could just hold back and let the sort of betting unfold.
It seems an icky price to me, but so does the second pick there. Looks like hell.
That looks too short as well. Yeah, it's an interesting race. You made a case for Nicanova, which, of course, came here and ran in the Wing Stakes, and then came back to 1,300 and drew inside. This looks a better setup for it here.
The golden switch there, barrier 8, really suits this horse too. He's a real long horse, great style animal. He'll really he'll head left at the top of the straight and get into the finish, I hope.
Gord, you're a Yamazaki fan. Is there something else that you'd be sort of interested in?
Not a fan. I just think that this is a very limited race with, as you guys mentioned, question marks about those in the money. So,
any chance of an even billion?
No, not in this race. No.
Oh, you can have Yamazaki.
If you suggest something, I'll shake on it. Whatever.
Well, you've got Yamazaki. I'm tipping Nicanova.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll hold the bet. Sweet. Done.
Okay, that's a bet.
$1 billion. A
bit more turnover tax here for racing news.
Yeah, let's wait and see track pattern before you even bother having a bet in this race.
All right, and then we've got the
I'm really looking forward to. I didn't mention on the show, so I'm really looking forward to watching Scarlet Dream from the Mounting Yard Mail perspective, because I went again over its form late last night, and I remember thinking could be a blowout chance.
Well, Hawks is persevering with it, so you know, it looks surprising based on its form in the last 12 months.
Yeah.
All right, the main event, the Golden Rose, and there's a bit of matching there on Rothfire at a shade in the red odds, which means, of course, shorter than $2. I actually couldn't get North Pacific that long in this race.
What, $6?
Yeah, $6. Anything to add here? It's Rothfire's race to lose.
Rothfire's race to lose.
Either leads or sits outside Yardstick.
I think $1.90 is about the right price. Good.
Shorter.
Okay.
All right. And the next shorty is not that race. There's Ollie Kirk v Pelser. See if we can find. And we've got some place odds there. All right, so Hope Beyond Her, trading a bit longer than she's been. Currently in the fixed, she is.
Again, it's a race overnight where the punters have thought, look, there's little bits and pieces here, and they've got a little bit interested. And Subpoenas has firmed right up.
Yeah, I see it's into $7 and fixed. Of course, Hope Beyond Her drew inside Sweet Deal the other day. Sweet Deal crossed her, and she then sort of used her to come across and sit outside the lead. She looks forced to sit outside the lead again here, but we could find a scenario where if Adelong sort of holds out Sweet Deal a bit, and there are others that don't allow Hope Beyond Her to get in, that she will have to sit 3 deep here.
No, well, that's the only reason she's the price she is. The only question mark about this horse is map, and I don't have a problem with it. I mentioned it on yesterday's show that I think the map will pan out all right.
Yeah, but obviously there will be of people prepared to risk because of that question mark over that aspect of the race. Anything to add here, Glenn?
Still think 2 gets the job done, Mark, and nothing really to add.
It's funny, when I was delving deeper, Subpoenaed and Akari, of course, ran around in the Rubisaki race there at Randwick, and they were the same odds. They weren't horribly.
Was Akari ridden by G-Boss that day?
They weren't terribly different runs. No, I don't think so.
No, I think it was
It was ridden by T. Clark that day.
Oh, was he? Okay.
So G-Boss off today, and I noticed that Reagan Bayless was jumping off something. There was some steward's information about Reagan Bayless. No, just that he couldn't ride Charlton Park. Okay, yeah, so I just thought that Akari was perhaps a horse with a different form here that might be a place hope. And finally, the Masked Crusader affair, where he's yet again trading a touch longer than I thought he would. What is the interest in the race?
Again, bits and pieces. A little bit of interest there for 2, my second pick.
Yeah, so I presume Prime Candidate's loose in the lead here, and Masked Crusader doesn't try and hold him out, just tags. Tags him, tracks him? Is that right, Gord?
Yeah, I'd definitely say. And I mean, there's no chance of Trevelyan kicking up on the inside there. So Masked Crusader is just sucking along behind lead.
Yeah, so it's behind Prime Candidate, who is, I must say, a better Rosehill horse on a 7-day backup. Did a bit of work last week and might not be that easy to get past here.
And again, the Baker profile.
Yeah.
Sure.
Look, certainly he's going to ask the question of the favourite, which...
I actually think it works out perfect, Mark, because it's not like Prime Candidate is going to come back onto Masked Crusader. It's actually going to be a beautiful horse to follow.
No doubt about it. Masked Crusader will get every chance. The only thing that I am saying is that he will be asked to go past a horse that will have something to offer, I think.
And there's one more question mark there. It's that, there is a suggestion that being on the rails will get buffeted by the wind.
At which stage? See, I noticed you mentioned that on the show last night.
I haven't even looked at it myself. That's just what Irish Dr. Nick told me.
Yeah, so the wind will be west-southwester, which will actually be right in their faces on the side. So it shouldn't really be affecting the horses on the rails other than in the back straight. So perhaps that's what he was referring to. All right, that's Rosehill. Obviously, it's feast or famine the last 3, and do your best in the first 5 races, in the first 6 races.
Well, first 5, no one's betting in race 2, Mark.
It's funny. We used to say that about the highways, but we found a race that we want to bet in less than the highway.
All right, well, I'm going to get in the shower, boys. Good luck to everybody. Anything else to add, Mark? Sponsors.
Our sponsors, yes. Andrew Kaplan is a very good man that's been looking after us in our case against the stewards, and in the appeal this week. It's going to be on Thursday. Dave Dwyer, he was so easy to work with on Thursday. Just
Bookie who holds a bet. Best thing in the world. It's sensational and so rare these days. What an absolute legend.
Yeah, so he's got some odds boosts for Rant customers today. Rant 222, and you get 20 odds boosts. He's got Bob's on all Metro meetings plus Kembler today as well. So if you haven't got an account with Dave Dwyer, and you get an account, you get your month's worth of Rant subscription paid for you. And he's very hands-on, easy to do business with. And as I mentioned, there's those odds boosts for customers today. I'm told that everyone who's supplied their bank account details has had the Punters Club dividend remitted to their bank account. So that's more hard work on Dave's part. Thanks very much to him for helping us out.
And thank you two guys as well, being such magnificent marketers of the company. You just spruiked every other pip we've got, and you haven't even spruiked us. So good marketing, guys.
All right. So those of you,
you're not gonna.
Yes, those of you that aren't part of the Rant subscription, silver or gold, you're missing out on the chat room. You're missing out on lots of very valuable content and 5 quality shows a week. So I'd advise you get in there. And the first 2 weeks are free for new subscribers. We hope to see you soon. You won't see Glenn on Monday. He's off on a bit of R&R. Happy birthday to you, Glenn, for Monday.
Thank you, boys. Yeah, thank you, boys.
Just
wanted to quickly mention how much I enjoyed seeing Dave Diamond at that thing too.
Yeah, it was great to see him. He walked there from the station as well. What a fantastic... From Cogra Station. Yeah.
Jesus.
He must have been feeling pretty good.
For a bloke he's going better than me. I know that.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Wouldn't make it down the street.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll catch you on Monday, and good luck today.
Good luck, guys.
See you guys.